Along the Cuban coastline, where the sea glows turquoise and the air smells of salt and diesel, fishing is not just work, it is survival. At sunrise, small boats push away from shore, engines sputtering, nets folded carefully, hopes carried quietly. For many fishermen, the ocean is both provider and uncertainty, a place where skill meets endurance. But behind the beauty of these scenes lies a reality few outsiders fully understand. Through conversations with Cuban fishermen, a pattern emerges, a story of patience tested not only by the sea, but by the systems surrounding it. After a long night on the water, fishermen often deliver their catch to government institutions, as required. Fish is weighed, recorded, and taken away. Then comes the waiting. Payment does not arrive quickly. In many cases, it can take months before fishermen receive money for what they caught. During that time, families still need to eat, bills still exist, and daily life continues. This delay creates a quiet pressure. To survive, some fishermen feel they have little choice but to sell part of their catch informally in the black market, where they risk fines, confiscation, or persecution by authorities. It is not a matter of greed, but necessity, a way to put food on the table while waiting for official payment. Another lesser-known restriction reveals how policy can reach even into the design of boats. In some cases, fishing boats are not allowed to have a keel, a structural feature that provides stability and safety in deeper waters. The rule exists largely to reduce the possibility of boats being used for immigration toward nearby islands or the United States. But this restriction carries consequences. Without proper stability, fishermen often remain closer to shore or face greater risks when conditions change. Sudden weather shifts, stronger currents, or rougher seas can become more dangerous, turning ordinary trips into acts of courage. Many boats themselves tell stories of ingenuity. Handmade hulls, patched wood, improvised repairs. Each vessel reflects creativity born from necessity. Engines are sometimes adapted water turbines or repurposed systems, maintained with whatever parts can be found. Keeping a boat running becomes its own daily challenge. Even entering the profession is complicated. Registering a boat legally can involve navigating layers of bureaucracy, paperwork, and inspections. Some aspiring fishermen describe a frustrating process where unofficial payments, small bribes, become expected steps simply to move forward. It is a reality spoken of quietly, understood locally. Despite these obstacles, fishing communities remain tightly connected. Neighbors share fuel, exchange spare parts, and help each other launch boats. Knowledge flows between generations. How to read currents, where fish gather, when storms whisper their arrival. There is humor too, stories told on docks about broken engines, lucky catches, and the strange contradictions of island life. Some fishermen joke about living surrounded by rich waters while navigating shortages that outsiders might find hard to imagine. Yet beneath the jokes lies resilience. Each journey to sea is an act of determination, balancing risk, regulation, and responsibility. For many families, fishing represents one of the few paths toward independence, even within constraints. Watching these boats return at sunset, silhouettes against orange skies, you see more than a day's work. You see endurance. You see a quiet relationship between people and the ocean, shaped by history, policy, and necessity. Along Cuba shores, fishermen continue to cast their nets, not just into the sea, but into uncertainty, guided by experience, hope, and the simple need to keep going. Because for them, the tide is not only water, it is life itself.